Hey there everyone, anyone who's watching this video, welcome to the channel, if you're new, that is. And so I wanted to have a discussion video because I've mentioned this subject a few times in the past and it's become a real heated debate recently. So the nurse is getting an add-on rework scheduled for this next mid-chapter patch. And as you can see, I'm using my beloved nurse here to farm up some blood points along with my survivors so that I have plenty of blood points for the Demogorgon upon his release on Tuesday. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on the nurse and why I feel a lot of people are really construing the truth about her and why a lot of players are trying to have her way over-nerfed. So let me explain. So I play Nurse without add-ons right now because I don't know which add-on she's going to have after her rework, so I don't want to get used to any, but I do have a lot of her add-ons stacked up, except for her purples, because none of them are really that good, and I don't like extra blinks. So, Omega Blink and extra blinks are verifiably too strong, because unless you're a really good survivor, you get absolutely decimated by them, and even if you are a really good survivor, it's very hard to beat. Not impossible, but hard. But some people seem to have the sorry about that guy's username, by the way. I can't control that. Anyway, but people seem to think, well, and then okay, let me just back it up here. So even though she's getting the add-on rework and having that addressed, even though that was the most complained about part about the nurse, well, now the argument has shifted to, well, then now that that's gone, now we need nurse at base nerfed. We need her reworked. It's like, well, hold up a second. First you were saying that it was just those add-ons that were a problem, and now you're saying the killer as a whole is a problem. Even though people have beaten nurses, people beat nurses all the time. Yeah, nurse wins a lot, but that's because she's the highest skill ceiling character in the game. She takes hours upon hours upon hours of practice, especially against survivors who know how to play against her. Especially if you're on console like I am. It takes even longer. Especially since your controls are far more limited. So, my thoughts on what they should do. If you have to take out her range and her extra blinks for people to be happy, fine. Okay. I honestly feel that might be a bit overkill, but, I mean, if you wanted to avoid the whole Omega Blink situation, just don't let them stack. But then I talked to a guy who was actually kind of reasonable about this, and he and I kind of came to a common consensus that Nurse at base is decent. But the problem is her add-ons, if they let them get too powerful, well, it's just the same situation over and over again. However, I do not agree in the slightest that giving like blindness and hemorrhage effects are going to be a good thing. Those are the dumbest, most lazy status effects ever designed by the development team, and they are by far the most useless, and they know that. Which is why it irritated me when they changed Freddy's Block add-ons to where that's all they do. A purple add-on puts on hemorrhage. A purple add-on! So, I would much rather they do something more interesting with Nurse's blinks, like give them like extra effects, but nothing like that. Now, as for the blinks themselves, I think the only blink modifier that would be fair but still be there so she can deal with the better teams is the blink speed add-ons. Nobody really uses them because why use them when range add-ons exist? But that's the thing. I think they're actually really well made because, one, she doesn't get any extra distance on her blinks. She just gets to travel them a little faster, which slightly increases her map pressure and helps her in chase just a little, but it's not crazy like Omega Blink, where you can blink a mile across the map and hit someone. Apparently that's bugged. There we go. Which is why I think that should be embraced, and that should be her good add-ons for her, you know, performance overall. And she has an iridescent add-on coming soon, which I think a good idea would be if she hits a survivor, or if she like, you know, when she hits a survivor after a blink, it should either show their aura for a few seconds to help her track them on the harder maps, or make it to where anyone inside her terror radius, when she downs somebody or something, is revealed to her via aura. maybe that would be a bit much, and then again, maybe that would be pointless because of Infectious Fright, but the first one I think is probably the better one, because it gives her a cool little effect. It's not stupidly overpowered, but it helps her track, which is her biggest weak point. So, an Iridescent's supposed to help you in that regard, don't you think? So, this is why I wanted to make this video, because, like I said, I mentioned it in a few of my other videos, but I never really went too in-depth about it. And this is kind of how it's gotten to, because the devs have confirmed it's happening, and probably around the mid-chapter patch. I got this straight from a dev, so I can confirm it's a reliable source. And that's like, you know, I've been just worried that they'll take it too far. And sure enough, you got survivors already on the forums, or just players in general on the forums, and they're already demanding, well, no, this is not good enough, we need more. Alright, gotcha. Where'd she go? Alright, there she is. Oh, that was close, I almost fucked up there. But as you can see, without the range add-ons, it can be sometimes difficult to catch up unless you know exactly where they're going. And good survivors are gonna like counter-rotate and stuff on these things. Plus, the thing about the blink ranges that are nice is that terrain can sometimes make your blinks even shorter just because you can't reach the maximum range. Which is why I felt it was it's kind of overkill just to strip her of anything good and leave her with nothing. When survivors, if you stack the right items and add-ons, I've legit seen. Okay, that was lag. I've legit seen 2 survivors complete a generator in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And it's hilarious how when I bring up something like that, it's like, well, that's not OP. You can counter this with Franklin's and blah, 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 blah. It's like, how? How are you supposed to know? Sure, you can see them with the toolboxes, but really? You're telling me that running Franklin's, a perk that's situational at the best of times, is my only hope for countering 10-second gens? I just don't think that's fair. Because it's like, you don't know what they have. You know they have toolboxes, but all items look the same, so they could be brown toolboxes for all you know. There's Ash. She's smart. I think he is smart. I think he definitely, yes he did. Damn it. I think I might have screwed up on this one. Debatable over whether that should have hit or not. Oof. Where'd he go? There he is. Got him. So yeah, I lost my train of thought there for a second. But yeah, it's like, you take an inch, I mean, you give them an inch, they take a mile. It's like, I mean, you don't forget that there's a player at the end of that nurse. And there are people that have spent tons of time learning to master her because that's how she's designed. She's designed to be a killer that takes a long time to figure out. So I would be a little more than and I think a lot of people would agree, that I'd be a little bit annoyed if they made it to where, after learning, like, tons of hours of learning the nurse, and learning how her blinks function at all the tiles, learning how each map goes against her. Yeah, I figured that gen was being done, but I can't bothered to give up the rest of these gens just for that one. But after all that effort, she's made to be the same as every other damn killer. She's not designed to be like every other killer. Like, she is designed to be different. So why not let her be different? I mean, if the chase is the same on every single killer, then doesn't that not just take from the diversity of the game? Oh, I should have swung at that. I didn't realize Kate was there. Lithe, I guess. I hate it when my camera jerks like that and it forces me to miss. I think that's rather... Oh. I didn't even mean to blink there. I wonder if she has dance with me or something, because her scratch marks just disappeared. Scratch marks working as intended, by the way. I don't know. I think I just get tired of the outrageous demands when Survivor Friends is not only not getting nerfed, but in fact survivors as a whole are in the works to get massively buffed. I can't hold pressure anymore. I mean, if base nurse is so broken, then how is it that these people are still doing so well? Sure, I make some mistakes, but you know, why is it that their mistakes don't count nearly as bad as mine do? Fuck. She circled around me. Alright, so she knows how to juke and fake out a little bit. I gotta do safe blinks against her. Because she always doubles back. Alright. Oh my gosh, that nearly got me. I don't know why flashlights are able to hit you off screen. That's not smart. Like, if I can't see you, how are you able to blind me? Damn it. Can't turn fast enough. That sucks. Oh, come on. Yeah. Hard to catch these people sometimes. Especially when they got live and stuff. I don't know how they do that. Is my turning speed that slow? Oh, hold up. She's trying to follow me in flashlight save. That's nice. Unfortunately, this game has not gone so well. Nurse is very difficult. And that's why I think that it's harsh that they think that it shouldn't be rewarded by any more than mediocre performance. Like, that's insulting that people are that degrading to the other side of the player base. Like, no offense to survivors, but you people don't really have to struggle much. As Survivor, the only times I quote-unquote struggle is whenever my team is bad. The rest of the time, it's pretty damn easy being a survivor. Especially when you have a decent team and the gens are getting done and all that crap. I knew you were back here somewhere. Holy crap, she got some distance. Ooh, that was close. I almost missed that. I see scratch marks on that tree. Someone's heading over here. Alright, I got 2 of them now. kick this real quick since it's the most progressed gen. Luckily for me, they kind of 3-gen themselves, so I can kind of capitalize on this. Thankfully. Make sure no one's urban evasioning around here. If they're not working on the gens, then if I had to take a guess, they might have a key and are looking for hatch. Unfortunately, that has been happening very commonly lately. There's been a huge upsurge in the amount of keys I've seen used. I don't know why, but keys seem to be more common than ever in Survivor matches. Almost every time a situation like this occurs, a key comes into play. Oh, there's a survivor over there. Yeah, I shouldn't have swung at that. I don't know why I thought she was going to run into me. That's fine, though. I know where she is. She's not going anywhere. Can't stay out in the open, Kate, otherwise I will just find you. Okay, now you're in the corner. Now you're a bit smart. Oh, thank goodness she kept going. Let's just hang you up. Wonder where your teammate is. Sitting on hatch, probably. Unless he was ballsy enough to do a gen. Oh, there we go. Oh good, you were my last barbecue stack. At least I have that. Alright. Someone's working on this. Oh. So, she got saved. She was trying to kill herself on hook, I think. Odd. Well. They're healing in the basement. They're probably going to be gone by the time I get over there, because even Nurse can't get over there that fast. Yeah, see? Did I just... Hold up. I did. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, no. This is what happens when you overblink. But he stayed at the pallet for whatever reason. Okay. Aww. I got stuck on that, so when I turned, it pushed me backwards. Gotcha. Let's put you over here. Gotcha. She had a map? Does she know where the hatch is? Oh well. GG. I got lucky there and started applying some endgame pressure. Getting those two dead was very crucial. They got too scared to do the gens. Gotta admit though, I think it was the first guy I got rid of was really good in the chase though. But then again, it's rank reset, so it's hard to tell if these are new guys or not. They must be semi-experienced because they kind of knew what they were doing. But, oh, yay, extra points. Happy, happy days. But yeah, it's like, you got so many things you have to look into when you're playing the nurse, you know? You gotta look into you got to calculate your blink. You got to memory. You got to be able to visualize what the tile looks like at the other end of your blink. Otherwise, you're going to dead zone yourself, and that's a free getaway essentially. Especially if you're not running range add-ons. Only Ruthless. Probably because of Gatekeeper. Let's take a look. But yeah, you got to calculate that. You got to calculate. Chaser. I don't know how I didn't get Iridescent and Chaser. Oh well. Probably from the beginning when those two escaped. That's whatever. Gatekeeper is what screwed me. I'll try to get a Survivor game in, just because. But yeah, right, you gotta calculate not only all that, but you have to calculate the Survivor's movements. Like, you gotta visualize how fast they can move, you gotta visualize where they're going, you gotta make a read on what the Survivor's been doing for the rest of the chase. Are they going, do they like to double back? Do they just keep running? Do they try to fake you out? Or do they mix it up? Do they do the same thing over and over? You gotta think of so many things all at once. So yeah, I'm playing around with some weird builds right now, because once the new DLC drops, I'm gonna try Inner Strength, Second Wind, Decisive, Iron Will. I don't like running exhaustion perks very much because, one, I haven't used them in so long, I forget to use them a lot, and on top of that, it just feels more satisfying chasing around a killer without an exhaustion. Plus, with Iron Will, I can juke killers a lot more effectively. It's amazing just how debilitating it is to every killer in the game, not just Nurse and Spirit, when you can't really hear the grunts of pain, especially when at like jungle gyms, because there are times at jungle gyms where I only find the Survivor I'm trying to mind game because I know that they're trying to head the other way because I hear a grunt of pain as I'm on the other side of the wall. So it's very important, way more valuable than people think. But yeah, back to her Nurse and her add-on rework. I explained the kind of things I like her add-ons to do, and like I said, Blink Speed I think is the only add-on set booster she can have to her blinks that could be considered fair, because her blinks are the same, she just travels a bit faster, which allows her to gain a bit more map pressure, which I still think she needs, because blinking twice and then going through a 4-second fatigue, then doing it over and over again, it might be a bit faster than a normal killer, and this is my problem with my Survivor lobbies. I can never connect anyone, man. Survivor, for me, it sucks, because I keep having to re-queue over and over and over again to find a killer. It's that bad around here. The killers just... there aren't enough killers, I guess. I don't know. As for her add-on rework, I mean, I would prefer her add-ons to do something interesting, like change up her blinks in a way which can, like, influence a playstyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe when she hits somebody with a blink, she can have improved hearing to, like, grunts of pain for a couple of seconds. Or maybe blood pools, like, are highlighted for 5 seconds. Or something cool like that, you know? Just something that will give Nurse a bit of assistance without breaking her. And like I said, I don't think hemorrhage and blindness are the way to go about it. Giving a killer useless add-ons on purpose, I think, is insulting. Because Survivors at their base do not need perks or add-ons to do well. But then you can stack each item and add-on that they have up to 4 times, which can get to ridiculous levels. I mentioned earlier, I saw 2 Survivors. All you need are an engineer toolbox with socket swivels and a brand new part. You don't even need Prove Thyself. And I swear, you can get a gen done in 10 seconds, or at least roughly around there. Now, how I saw this was I was on a Survivor match, and I was playing Solo Survivor, and I got on a gen on the Thompson house against the doctor. And I was like, okay, spawned on a gen, started working on it. I swear, like, almost instantly after I got on the gen at the Killer Shack, and you know, if you know where that is, at the far other end of the map, just popped, and I'm like, there's no fucking way they did a gen that quick. I thought for sure that all of them had brand new parts and Prove Thyself. I thought that was the only feasible way they could possibly have done it. No. It doesn't take even that. It just takes 2 guys with brand new parts, engineer toolbox with socket swivels, and just 2 guys. Which means if a full Survivor Friends team does this, they can get 2 gens done so fast, and the killer cannot do a damn thing about it. Unless they, like, literally spawn on top of you. Which, I mean, what are the odds of that? Oh, look, it's Freddy. I can tell because there's a dresser right here. And there he is. Okay, so there's a survivor over there. I spawned really close to Freddy, apparently. Shit. Not good. Not good at all. I'm gonna take a hit here. I got caught out in the open. Why he came all the way over here is beyond me. So, Dwight, you're gonna have to move, pal. I am so sorry. I swear I'm not sandbagging. Alright, I think he has fake pallets. Yep. Right as I say that. I don't fall for those very often, but it's unfortunate he had time to set those up already. Talk about some rotten-ass luck. But yeah, it's a mess. And like I said, Survivor Friends and solos are about to become very powerful because they're going to give survivors more information on what the killer's doing or what their teammates are doing, both of which are extremely valuable tools. And I've seen some of the suggestions, and I've even made a few myself to help with this. Now, while I don't like the idea of making survivors even more powerful, if it's going to be what it takes to get the devs to buff the killers where they need to be to have a viable chance in the game, I'm willing to bite the bullet. I mean, we're already biting the bullet as killers. We're already dealing with this shit on a daily basis. It's like, what's the... If it means that it's more fair overall, rather than just being a... I don't know why you're doing that. At least this Freddy's not a hardcore tunneler, but at the same time, why would you do that? You're just farming. You're just feeding him. These are the kind of teammates I get, unfortunately. I'm not gonna make it. God damn it, man. I guess, alright, well, at least I have D-Strike. That's what this is for. And I missed it. That's the first time I missed D-Strike in like fucking 10 years. I'm just so distracted trying to talk, and I hate getting games like this. Teammates make terrible saves, and I end up getting tunneled off the hook because of it, instead of trying to take the Freddy away in a chase. But, you know, that's life. And that's why I understand the solos having a hard time. I usually don't have this hard of a time, but when these games do occur, it really is horrible. And that's why I don't like rank reset, especially, because Survivor gets more frustrating while Killer gets less frustrating. Killer gets less frustrating at the lower ranks, while at higher ranks, Survivor gets less frustrating, and Killer gets more frustrating. At least that's the way I've seen it. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. Unless he picks this guy up. Okay, yeah. Claudette's gonna save me. This Freddy's getting a lot of free pressure right now because the survivors are not doing anything. And let me just say, for all you who say that healing's a waste of time, I'm gonna just straight up call you a liar. Because ever since I took off botany knowledge and self-care, I'll tell you what, it's gotten a lot harder to stay alive. And you people wonder why killers will tunnel you all the time, because they see you injured all the time and they're gonna just come after you. I gotta get some gens done or something. Because at this rate, I'm not going to get any points. Because my team is... I don't know what they're doing. And unfortunately, I fell for a fake pallet and I just had nowhere to go. I like Father Campbell's Chapel. This map definitely needs a look at, though, because the pallets that do exist are really safe, but there's not much but the map RNG can really screw you over on both ends. Definitely something needs to be done. I just don't know what. But this map is probably not even close to on their priority list right now, so gonna have to deal with this map for a while. I probably should take Bond off, because as much as I like the perk, it's not really helping me, because I put it on as a way to help me find teammates to heal me, But honestly, it just hasn't been working out. Okay, so... I mean, look how fast they are on those saves. There we go, got that done. Cleanse a totem for some more points, and just in case NOED comes into play. Lower ranks, it's more likely to happen. Alright, so my team got healed up, the Obsession's being chased. So let's see if... Yeah, times like this I miss my old botany and self-care combo. So this is when Bond is useful, because now I have a rough idea of not only where my teammate is, but where Freddy is as well, which is some valuable information. And with like open-handed, it can get never seen that before. And with oh hello. Oh, how unfortunate. And with open-handed, you can seriously, yeah, he's gonna be throwing down all the pallets. Better get woken up. Alright, so this pallet is real. I'm gonna cleanse this Del Totem right quick. Alright. Why is she going over there? Whatever. She'll do what she's gonna do. Oh, she's going to wake up. Okay. Alright, so the Obsession's down. I'm not sure what Claudette's... Okay, so she's going to come over here and actually help me work on the gen. Perfect. Alright, so now we've got a bit of momentum going. They finally stopped feeding each other to the killer, and the Obsession stayed in a good chase for a little while. And that's all we honestly need. That guy is immediately going for the save, and never mind, he's farming. Claudette, calm down. Looks like Freddy's gonna go try to slug him as well. Get some more pressure going. Can't blame him. He's got 2 gens left. He's got one person slugged and another person like right there. See what I mean? Teammates, man. Just keep farming each other. Alright, yeah, let's go save him first. He can't teleport over here unless he teleports to that gen. Or, yeah. If he body blocked him, that probably would have got off. Aw, he's smart. He knew I was there. I made the dumbass mistake of going there. He's gonna make sure no one's gonna pallet save, and then he's... Oh no, he's going back to his hook. Because they're still farming each other. Like, unbelievable, dude. What is this? Alright, I'm gonna let them full heal me. We need to get fully healed and get our game faces back on. There's 1 gen left, so this is very doable. With 3 of us. And look at that, he didn't even... She's not even dead. Alright, so somehow he knows. Does he have nurses? I guess he could. Alright, he picked her up. Dwight's going in for this. Oh, she has decisive. Nice. Oh, but he's going back to the hook because he knows. Because they've been doing this shit all game. Here, I'll just use my med kit on you. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna die anyway. May as well get some altruism because I can't get any saves. Everyone's just insta-hooking, unhooking. I mean, look at this. This Freddy's getting ridiculous, really good pressure. Because we can't stop him. Because my teammates keep farming. He keeps going back to the hook because my teammates save at the worst possible times. Now he's dead. There he is. I gotta get awake. I forgot which pallets are real. I know this pallet's real. Alright, that's fine. I'm willing to heal you here. Freddy must be over there if she's sprinting. Yep. That's a fake. That's fake. Claudette's trying to take a hit, I think. Oh, that was a dead hard. Okay, so she's dead. Okay, so we're pretty much screwed at this point, but if there are any pallets left, I might be able to bring him on a little bit of a chase. Try to help out, or maybe the random can do so. Let me try to get out of the dream world here. Okay, so that jungle gym pallet's real, the god pallet's real. There's still several good pallets here. I don't know why they haven't been leading them over here. They still have, oh my god, pretty much all the good pallets on this side of the map are still here. Alright, so Freddy saw her scratch marks, I think. Yep, he's going after her. I'm gonna work on this gen. Wasted the pallet, she took the hit, but I guess it was her only chance to extend the chase a little. He's gonna come back over here. He lost her? Okay, now he's back on her. No doubt following your scratch marks. If she can maybe hold him off, then maybe I can use, if she has adrenaline, I can save her. But she's in the dream world, she has no idea what pallets are real. So, and the pallets on this side of the map are pretty much burnt out, I think. But almost all the pallets on that side of the map are real, and they're there, and they're good pallets. So, if he starts chasing me, that's where I'm going. Goes to show you, man. Don't just. Oh shit. Okay. So he's gonna get a hit on me here, but it's alright. Because I already did some scouting on which pallets were real. And I know that these are real. But I don't think he's gonna dedicate to the chase. Because he wants to protect his generators. That's what I think is gonna happen. Alright, so he saw her. Let me just search his chest for a medkit. Damn it. Well, that's not very helpful right now. If I can go ask him for help. It's very risky because if Freddy catches me out position, I'm dead. Let's just hope he doesn't have... Okay. Thank you, Claudette. I think we might have 3-gen'd ourselves, and that's the real problem. Oh no. Fuck, man. Yeah, but he won't give up his gens. Oh, he found her too. Wow. Damn it, I thought... Okay, so she's got these pallets over here. Maybe I can go back to this gen if he hasn't destroyed it. Okay, so it's still got good progress on it. I'm dead if he finds me, but at this point it's do or die. She's got good pallets that... Oh, never mind. Alright, well that's GG then. I'll just get some points on repairing the generator. I'll try to find the hatch, but odds are it's... Who knows where it'll spawn. It could spawn basically anywhere. With his generator teleport, there ain't really much chance of me getting out of here. Well, at least I kind of made up for that rough start. Got some points. I'll almost for sure I'll pip on this one. Only trick now is finding the hatch before he does. Never mind. Oh shit, there's a gate here. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay. But the gates are far from each other. But he's got those high points. Yep. He was just camping the high points because he can see the gems very well from there. Alright, well, GG. Good job. Alright, just kill me, Freddy. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, he wants to see the endgame collapse. Damn, Claudette wasted that pallet too, huh? It's whatever. If he wants to see the endgame collapse, let him. They wasted the God pallet too? So I guess Claudette did give him a decent chase. Fuck it. I'll just stand here on the hatch and die. You have to smack me down, Freddy. Probably don't even have time to open it, but it's whatever. Smack me, Freddy. I didn't make it. I wonder if he was actually gonna let me go. That's interesting. I don't know. I doubt it. He probably knew I wasn't gonna make it, but it's whatever. I got my points. That's all that really matters. I didn't get any good chases that game, but the tiles on some of these maps are so weird. But I 2-pipped, hey, not so bad. And got a lot of points. GG Freddy. Enduring and Spirit. Oh, now I get it. So, I do hope you guys all enjoyed this gameplay and this little discussion video. I just wanted to put something out there and, you know, be a little bit more serious for a change. And I really wanted to get your guys' opinions on this. I might post this video on the forums themselves once I'm able to, but I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I probably will though, just because I kind of want people to understand, you know. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or concerns, comment them down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.